My dear children, welcome to the accountancy class. Today, in this third module, we are going to study the important journal entries to be passed in the book of the drawer and drawee at the time of dishonor of the bill. In the book of drawer, first we want to pass the journal entry for sale of goods. The entry will be drawee's account debtor to sales account, being goods sold on credit. Then second step or second entry will be receiving bill of exchange. The entry will be bill receivable account debtor to drawee's account, being bill received. The third entry will be cancellation of the old bill. The entry will be drawee's account debtor to bill receivable account. At the time of receiving bill receivable, the entry will be bill receivable account debtor to drawee's account. But at the time of cancelling the bill, we have to pass the opposite entry. The entry will be drawee's account debtor to bill receivable account. Next, we want to pass the journal entry for interest due. The entry will be drawee's account debtor to interest account, being interest due. After passing the journal entry for interest due, next we want to pass the journal entry for drawing fresh bill. The entry will be bill receivable account debtor to drawee's account. After passing the journal entry for drawing new bill, next we want to pass the journal entry for receiving the payment of the bill. The entry on due date, the entry will be bank account debtor to bill receivable account, being bill matured on due date. This is the case for retaining the bill till the date of maturity and renewal of the bill. Then in the same way, we have to pass the journal entry in the book of the drawee. First, we want to pass the journal entry for purchase of goods. The entry will be purchase account debtor to drawer's account, being goods purchased on credit. Next, we want to pass the journal entry for acceptance of bill of exchange. The entry will be drawer's account debtor to bills payable. The next step will be the receiving the payment of the or making the payment of bill. But this is the case of renewal of the bill. So first we want to pass the journal entry for dishonor of the old bill. At the time of issuing bill, the entry will be drawer's account to bills payable. But at the time of dishonor, the entry will be bills payable accounted to drawer's account. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for interest received. Entry interest account debted to drawer's account. The next step, drawing new bill. Entry drawer's account debtor to bills payable. After drawing new bill, the last step is making the payment of new bill on due date. Entry will be bills payable account debtor to cash account. These are the important journal entries to be passed in the book of the drawee at the time of renewal of the bill. Now we are going to solve one problem. Mr. A sells goods to Mr. B costing rupees 1450 and draws on him a 4 months bill of exchange for the amount which Mr. B accepts. Mr. A discounts the same with the bank and pays rupees 7.25 as discounting charges. On the due date, Mr. B dishonors the bill and requests Mr. A to renew the bill for 4 months from the amount of old bill together with discounting the charges plus interest at the rate of 5% per annum. Mr. A does so. This new bill was duly met on maturity. Pass necessary journal entry. Now we are going to record these transactions in the book of A. Here Mr. A is a drawer. In this problem, first we want to pass the journal entry for sale of goods. The entry will be Mr. B's account debtor rupees 1450 to sales account 1450 being sale of goods to B. Next we want to pass the journal entry for acceptance of the bill received. Entry bill receivable account debtor rupees 1450 to Mr. B 1450 being acceptance of the bill received. Next we want to pass the journal entry for discounting. Entry cash account debtor 1422.75 discount account debtor 7.25 to bill receivable account 1450 being the bill discounted with the bank. Next we want to pass the journal entry for dishonor of the bill. Entry Mr. B's account debtor to bank account 1450 being the bill dishonored. The next entry for passing the journal entry for interest due. Entry Mr. B's account debtor to interest account 24 rupees and 70 paise being the interest due. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for dishonor of the discounting bill. Entry bill receivable account debtor 1481 rupees to Mr. B 1474 to discount account 7 rupees and 25 paise being the new bill accepted by B including interest and discount. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for drawing new bill. Entry cash account debtor to bill receivable account 1481 being the payment of the bill received on the due date. Next we want to pass the journal entry for journal entry in the book of Mr. B. First we want to pass the journal entry for purchase of goods. Entry purchase account debtor to Mr. A amount rupees 1450 being the purchase of the goods from A. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for bill accepted. Entry Mr. A's account debtor to bills payable 1450 being acceptance of the bill given. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for dishonor of the bill. Entry bills payable account debtor to A's account rupees 1450 being acceptance of bill dishonored. Next we want to pass the journal entry for interest due. Entry interest account debtor 24 rupees to Mr. A rupees 24 rupees being the interest made due. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for accepting the bill. Entry A's account debtor 1474 discount account debtor 7 rupees to bills payable 1481. Then next we want to pass the journal entry for accepting new bill. Entry bills payable account to cash account 1481. My dear children, these are the important journal entries to be passed in the book of Mr. A and Mr. B at the time of renewal of the bill. Thank you.